Okay, question 4b, part 2. The input value needs to be stored in the variable measurement. Write pseudocode to perform the double entry check until a successful input is made. So we need a loop that's going to keep going around, asking the user to enter the number, and then we're going to ask them to enter it again and compare the two values that were entered. Once they're the same, we can stop. So that's the variable that we're going to be storing the input value, the initial input value, and we have to use that one in our answer. So in terms of how we're going to do this, so we need a loop. We can't use a for loop because we don't know exactly how many times the user is going to need to do this. So we can't use a for loop, which is a count controlled loop. We're going to need to use a condition controlled loop, and the two we have available is the repeat or repeat until, and we have the while loop. Now we could use either of them, but because this loop is going to have to run at least once, the best loop to use for this will be the repeat until, because it will allow us to enter the two values, because we have to do it once, and then at the end of the loop it will test the condition to see if it's successful. Whereas with the while loop, we test the condition at the start, meaning that we'd have to have input the two numbers, compared them. If they were not the same, then the loop would start. So we could do either, but the repeat until is probably the most efficient one to use. So let's go ahead and put something in here. So we want to repeat, so we need to enter the number, so we need an output. Please enter the number. Oh no, it is a measurement, isn't it? So let's say measurement up here. Please enter the measurement, input, and we have to use the variable, so it's, make sure we put a capital M there as well. Okay, so let's ask them to enter it again. It's very awkward to write at the bottom of the screen, but please enter measurement again, and we need to give this a different, so I'm going to call this verify measurement. Okay, and we've done that. Now we can do our exit condition in our loop. So it's until measurement equals verify measurement. Apologies for my not very neat handwriting there. Right, so that will do that. Let's have a look at the answer scheme for that. So I mean, they've got some points they're looking out for, but if we look at the example, so we've got a repeat until, so we're entering the two values, enter the measurement, re-enter the measurement. We've got two different variables, and then we're checking that those two variables are the same. So that'll work. Just if you wanted to do it as a while loop, it'd be very similar, but what you would need to do is ask them to enter the values before the loop starts. But I mean, this works quite nicely. If anyone wants me to do the while loop, just put a comment and I'll do that as well. Okay, right, let's stop this one and then we'll move on to the next one.